all right. We are back and ready to go. Got my matcha for the day. All right, let's go on here. Let's go to some news. Let's see. A lot of things trending today. Sam Bankman-Fried. He is supposedly in court right now.
Kidd, the FTX founder, facing up to 110 years in prison. He's accused of stealing billions of dollars from clients. Kelly O'Grady live at the courthouse to watch all of this. Kelly, good morning.
Oh, shit.
Good morning to you, Bill. That's right. We are seconds away from that hearing kicking off. Our producer inside shared that his parents, after they arrived, looked very pale, very thin, very concerned. Now, today we are expecting to hear testimonials from potential victims, potentially some character witnesses. Then SBF's fate will rest in the hands of the judge. Now, remember, he's facing up to 110 years. He was convicted of stealing over $10 billion in funds. That is one of the largest financial frauds ever. The prosecution is looking for 40 to 50 years. The defense, however, seeking just 5 to 6.5. For the judge, the task is going to be balancing retribution with the possibility of rehabilitation. Now, the defense, they are arguing there was no harm done to victims, as the bankruptcy process expects to actually return all of those funds. They're also highlighting his neurological issues, which could make prison very difficult. The prosecution know they're not buying that no harm argument. They are underscoring that customers will be repaid in the value they lost as of November 2022. Remember, the price of Bitcoin, it's over 4 times what it was when FTX collapsed. Now, in support of that, the new FTX CEO shared he was handed a dumpster fire. He said this, quote, "The harm was vast, the remorse is non-existent. FTX was run for its very short existence by Mr. Bankman-Fried with hubris, arrogance, and a complete lack of respect for the basic norms of the law." Now, you go back to the beginning of the trial, the judge actually didn't allow any evidence customers would be repaid, so that is an indication how he will think through the defense's argument.
What a piece of shit. My friend got hit by that too, man, so it's all bad. He lost like $1 million. Oh, what's going on with Amazon? All right, all right. Uh-oh, it's about to break out today or what? Dang, everyone's calling it out. Amazon going crazy. Too bad I don't have money right now to invest, so it is what it is. Alright, what other stuff can we look at today? Let's go to markets. Where's my tech? Where's tech in here, dude? Let's go science. Oh man, this bridge thing has been crazy. Also, I'm gonna check out the YouTube real quick. Oh my goodness, you guys hear about this P. Diddy thing? I'm sure everyone knows about it now.
Now we are 2 days removed from this story. Remember, yesterday we also brought you that new video TMZ obtained
both of where Diddy is, at least briefly, there, that cell phone video of him walking outside of the airport there in Miami. And then we got video TMZ obtained inside the Holby Hills mansion, and you could see so much of his kind of personal items strewn about in what looked like a bedroom and what looked like kind of a personal library as well. I want to put this tweet up here. That's the TMZ video that we found. I believe this was obtained by them Monday night of Diddy kind of just loitering and lingering there. It seems like he's on the phone outside of Miami's airport as well. So let's get the latest on this yet again. We've been relying on the really intrepid reporting of legal affairs journalist Megan Cuniff. We're going to bring her in just a moment. That's the video, remember, of inside of the Holby Hills mansion. And you can see just really how investigators and agents really kind of tore through this room there, kind of trying to find what they were looking to find as part of this investigation. So they kind of made a mess. In the meantime, here, let's bring in Megan Cuniff with the latest. We haven't spoken with her, I believe, since Monday, and she joins me. Megan, good to see you. I know you've been all over everywhere talking about this story. And we have been talking about this in the newsroom amongst ourselves, that there really hasn't been many new details over the last, 3 days now. The newest piece of information we got yesterday was a statement by one of Diddy's lawyers and attorneys really taking these federal agents to task over their quote-unquote use of excessive force. What did you make of that statement, Megan?
Right. I mean, it looks like they're trying to go on the offensive through their defensive effort, and of course, that's a common complaint that we hear in America about the rise in militarization of law enforcement everywhere, and the sheer use of force that they use in these raids. It's certainly not the first time that I've seen it in a federal investigation. There was a LA public corruption investigation that involved federal agents, and an attorney in LA who was targeted actually filed a proposed class action lawsuit over the raid that happened at his house that really details some pretty harrowing things that he says happened to his kids. So this is not at all unique, and I think law enforcement's response would just be it's a public safety issue, and especially with a mansion and a property of that size, it would be just standard for them to do this and show that use of force. But I think this kind of military style police force that we have in the United States does raise some eyebrows sometimes, and I think the lawyer knows how to focus on that, to try to focus on that and get the attention away from his client and the fact that there was probable cause to raid his house in a sex trafficking investigation.
Hey, Megan, I remember you tweeted, you were kind of calling into question or raising some doubts about the level of involvement from that attorney that put out the statement, Aaron Dyer. Tell us more about, I guess, Diddy's defense team. Why did you call that into question? You indicated in your tweet, well, he wasn't really involved, yet he put out this pretty lengthy statement in defense. How are we to interpret that?
Yeah, and I meant that to mean that before in the civil cases, he wasn't involved at all. And now that he's been involved, it just signifies that they're hiring people who haven't experience in federal criminal investigations. And that's what he is. So for him to not be involved in the civil cases before this, I think is standard. But I also think what his involvement, his new involvement shows is just how this is becoming a big deal for Diddy. And he understands that it's not so much a public relations game anymore, but an investigation in a criminal case that he needs to deal with. And what I think what's happening with Aaron Dwyer is him being with Pillsbury. It's a big law firm, one of the big law firms in the United States. He's local in Los Angeles, so for federal agents to be searching his home in Los Angeles here, the case is out of the Southern District of New York, but this search warrant, and I've been told this by people who've dealt with this before, this search warrant would have been approved by a U.S. magistrate judge in Los Angeles in the Central District of California, and the search warrant in Miami. It would be
let's see. Let's see. Got some Fox News. I got some MSNBC. You know, we take a look at both. It's all P. Diddy, man. Jesus. Diddy is big, big news right now. What does that mean, though? Are we not, like, watching somewhere else because of this Diddy thing? Promise you. They're distracting us with something. Let's see. Oof. That one's harsh. Oh, and it's an Uber team. Nope. Let's see. Jeez, all P. Diddy news, man. Let's go back. You guys click on one of these.
We're going to
and see what's
begin
happening.
in Baltimore, where crews will now start to remove the wreckage from the collision. Francis Scott Key Bridge. Our transportation correspondent, G. Benitez, is there on the scene for us. And Gio, we're learning some new details about the final moments on that ship before the collision. Good morning to you.
That's right, Robin. Good morning. Yeah, those details are coming from the voice and data
All right, guys,
recorders
I
that were on.
I gotta get going. I got a little ride.